Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, March 12th. It's another film review, and again, by the title, you know what it is, and that is the Friday 13th film series. I'm including Freddy vs. Jason in this one because I want to. So we'll just get started, and I will try not to dwell on one movie like I did in my James Bond ones, because I really wanted to talk about Casino Royale. First one up, the original one that came out in 1980. The uncut one just has a couple of little scenes, like the arrow going through Kevin Bacon. Well, you see it, but then you see all the blood coming out of his mouth, and there's not too much extras that you haven't really seen before. But yeah, this of course started you can't say Halloween started the slasher ones, but this took it to one step further. It's a great slasher film, and loved the twist at the end, and gave us two of the best villains in horror. Adrienne King, I love her in this film. As Alice, she is so cool. Everybody in this film is cool. I love the score by Harry Mandelfini. I can't pronounce his name. And of course the makeup effects by Tom Savini. He's like the god of makeup effects. So this gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Now I have to go into my From Camp Crystal Lake. And of course there's number 2, which takes place 5 years after the first one. It gets a 7 out of 10, or 7.5 out of 10 from me. It's really good. This had the intro of Jason, and it has one of my favorite heroines in the horror film, which is Ginny, played by Amy Steele. I thought she kicked ass in this film, and a lot of people like her. You know, it's the same. Well, almost everybody knows the Friday the 13th movie, so I won't really say too much of the plot because you know the story. But yeah, this is one of my favorite sequels in that. So put that there. And then you have number 3 in 3D, which I've never seen. Again, another good heroine in this, and I like the cast commentary, which is so good. Another film directed by Steve Miner, who directed the second one. Has some pretty good death scene. I would like to see this in 3D just to see what it looks like. And of course, this one is famous because Jason gets his iconic hockey mask. You guys can't really see my eyes that much, I'm going like this. But yeah, really good one though. The funny thing is, they say it took place in Camp Crystal Lake. I don't think it did. I was like, okay, it took place in Crystal Lake, but not Camp Crystal Lake, so it doesn't really matter. And then of course, number 4, The Beginning. Well, this gets a 7 out of 10, and this one gets an 8 out of 10. The Friday the 13th final chapter. This had the really neat arc with the Tommy Jarvis character, who ironically was played by 3 different actors. The first one by Corey Feldman. And this is where Jason was kind of more pissed off, which I liked. It has a great twist at the end, has some really great kills. Particularly the girl at the side of the road that you never want to eat bananas again, I can tell you that. But yeah, again, another great sequel, great special effects by Tom Savini, so yeah. And then there's number 5, The Beginning, which, it's okay. I'll only watch it when I'm watching the series. I think you all know why. I didn't really care for any of the characters. I liked the actor who played Tommy Jarvis in this. He played him, he did play him fucked up, as someone who would kill someone would be. But half the characters in this I couldn't care less of. I didn't like the fact that Jason wasn't Jason. I would have preferred that. So this one gets like a 5 out of 10 for me. So, and next up, the number 6, Jason Lives. This would have to be my 3rd or 4th favorite sequel, and it gets an 8 out of 10. Another actor played Tommy Jarvis in this, And this has a lot of comedic stuff to it. I really wish we would have saw the triple decapitation. That would have been awesome. Has some great music. Of course, the two songs by Alice Cooper. Particularly, He's Back, He's the Man Behind the Mask, which everybody seems to remember the most, though I really like Teenage Frankenstein. Like the way nobody really cared for the fact that Jason became a zombie, and I didn't mind it at all. I liked the actor who played him in this, C.J. Graham, who I thought did excellent job. I really would like Tom McLaughlin to come back and make another one, if they make another one down the road, because he was really good at it. Now we get to the more famous ones. I say famous because we all know why. Number 7, which is 8.5 out of 10. And of course, this started what we all call the Kane Hodder era of Friday the 13th. And you all know the story with him. The actor to play him 4 times. He kicked ass as the character, and he basically owns the role, in my opinion. And this one had the Jason meets Carrie thing, and has another very likable heroine, Tina. I don't really know how to pronounce the actress's name, but I thought she was great in this, playing someone who doesn't know that this is Jason Voorhees and he's hanging around. And this is the most butchered, the most cut. I would love to see the uncut version of this, but you know how Paramount is. They've even said it themselves, they don't care about these films. Well, they suck. Shit. On that note, I forgot a couple of them, so when I'm done these two, I have to go grab the other ones. But yeah, probably my 3rd favorite sequel. And of course, Jason Takes Manhattan, which actually should have been called Jason Takes Vancouver, because they filmed it up here. Not really the greatest sequel, you can tell. I did like the actress who played Rennie. I thought she was really good, though that weird backstory with her meeting Jason in the lake, that bleh. And I was so happy that her uncle got killed. I wonder how many people in the theater actually cheered at that moment. Again, Jason played by Kane Hodder. One of my favorite moments is those 4 punks trying to take him off, and like, yeah, come on, we'll fuck you up. And all he does is lift his mask, and they all become, if you excuse my language, a bunch of pussies after that. Didn't care for the ending with the melting Jason. That was just so confusing. This gets a 5 out of 10 from me. And, like, again, I will only watch it when I watch the series. Okay, now I gotta get up and get the 3 that I forgot, so... Okay, and next one up after... okay. 4-year hiatus, and Paramount wasn't gonna make them anymore, so New Line got it, and their first one was Jason Goes to Hell the Final Friday, which a lot of the fans don't like, and I really do. Another sequel that's my favorite, 8 out of 10. I actually like the body hopping. I love the fact that they took it out of the campground and tried to do something different. I appreciate that, because it is like, how many times can you fucking put teenagers in a camp and doing all the crazy shit that they do, and get killed? It gets boring after a while. But I really like this. I thought it's cool you actually get to see Kane Hodder without his makeup, which is ironic because Jason kills Jason in this. But yeah, I watched the unrated cut. Well, I think we all watch the unrated cut more than the rated one. It's got more shit to it. But yeah, I know a lot of people hate this one, but I have always enjoyed this one. Next one up is another one that a lot of people hate, but I love it. And ironically, it only took me... I've been watching these films since 1987, or 1988 when Part 7 came out. It only took me from 88 to 2002 to actually see a Friday movie in the theater, and that was Jason X. And I was like, oh, Jason in space. And I'm sorry, but if you go to these Friday the 13th movies expecting a plot, you've gone to the wrong movie. You go to watch Jason kick some ass, and that's what he did in this. I like the whole Uber Jason thing. I thought that was so RoboCop, and I like the two actresses who are in Andromeda are in this, which I thought were so. It's kind of funny how they work on a sci-fi show and they do end up doing a horror film together, especially you can see her kicking Jason's ass. That was like one of the best scenes in the movie. I had to show that to my dad because he loves Andromeda. He really got a kick out of that. This unfortunately was the last time we would see Kane Hodder play Jason, which is sad because New Line wanted somebody else for the film I'm going to show next. But this gets an 8 out of 10 for me. I really enjoy this. I can watch this anytime without watching the series. So. And of course, 2003, the movie we've all been waiting for, and that of course was Freddy vs. Jason. Also filmed, and this was also filmed in Vancouver. How the hell they found the Nightmare House in Vancouver, I don't know, but they won't tell you on the maps where the hell it is. This is directed by Ronnie Yu, who did kind of bring back the Child's Play series with Bride of Chucky back in 1998. Love all the cast. The actor playing Jason was a Canadian stuntman named Ken Kissinger, and I thought, well, sweet, now we have two Canuck stuntmen playing famous horror movie characters. Because in Halloween Resurrection, a Canadian stuntman named Brad Lorry played him. And he did it. I thought he was cool. But yeah, I love the cast. I love Monica Keene. Anybody knows her. She was in the first two seasons of Dawson's Creek. So I like the one guy, his name's not on here, but Jason Ritter's friend in the asylum. I liked his performance. He was funny. And the funny thing is, this would actually be the last time we would see Englund play Freddy. Well, I mean, the guy's almost in his 60s, for Christ's sake. He can't keep playing the character. But I love the fact that it was a draw. Though almost everybody, like, I'm a Jason fan, I said Jason won. Everybody who's a Freddy fan said Freddy won. But I like it, and I don't know if we're gonna ever get a sequel to this, but I would like to see one. Particularly directed by Ronnie Yu, because look what he did with this. He didn't fuck it up. And this gets an 8 out of 10 for me, and I got to see this twice in the theater. And next one up is one that I was pissed off they were doing, because that's how I am with remakes until I see the trailer. And I was like, yep, I'm there. And I went to see it, and I was like, oh my god, this is actually really good. And that, of course, is the remake reboot that came out in 2009, directed by Marcus Nispel, who directed one of my favorite remakes, of course, being Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I like the guy who plays Jason in this. Derek Mears, who played one of the mutants in Hills Have Eyes 2. I thought he was fantastic in this, and it's almost like he took a little bit of Kane Hodder and put it in here, because he does get pissed off a lot in this, and I like that. Watching Jason be a zombie for about 5 movies does get annoying, but you know what, I love Kane Hodder as Jason, so I'm not going to complain. But I loved his performance as Jason. The kills, some of them really weren't up to Friday 13th standards, but they were good, especially on the killer cut. And I love the sleeping bag one. That is just too freaky. The cast is pretty good. Sam Winchester from Supernatural is in this. This is actually his second horror film remake, because he did House of Wax. I always found it funny that this came out in February, and Jensen was in the remake of My Bloody Valentine, which came out the month earlier. This gets an 8 out of 10 for me. It's a really good remake. I know a lot of people don't like it, but hey, what can you do? And I left it till last because I totally forgot to grab it, and that, of course, is the documentary. His Name Was Jason, which is a pretty good one, though it kept jumping back and forth. I would have preferred it like Never Sleeps Again, for it to just stay on one movie for about 20 minutes instead of jumping back and forth. But really good. They got a lot of the cast, a lot of the directors, and everybody to participate in this, and you find out a lot of interesting things. This is a really great documentary. It's one of my favorites. It gets an 8.5 10 for me, and if you are a Jason fan or you love horror movie documentaries, I totally recommend this one. So yeah, that's my film reviews of the Friday 13th series. Next one up is another massive horror film series that I finished, and then another one with 3 films that I just finished. So yeah, that's it. Gotta go because I'm over 15 minutes again. So until my next video, you know what the deal is, and I will talk to you later. Bye.